This is a Henry vacuum cleaner by Pneumatic, everybody's favourite. This one is, in theory, a UDS with its single top-mounted switch, although, as a few people on the Facebook groups have confirmed, quite a late UDS at 2004. This one is being used by a couple of people in their workshop, actually. I refurbished their mum's Dysons, and when they picked it up, they bought me this and another Pneumatic, completely dead. So, let's see if we can make it undead and work once more. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and pneumatic chums. How are you today? Yes, somebody asked me if I would do a video on this, and I am. Let's get started. Because for those of you who aren't pneumatic aficionados, the top-mounted switch on a Henry was produced in the very early 2000s up until mid-2000s. No, well, it probably would have been not long after this, because they then changed it to the switches being here. People in the comments will let me know down below, but these were notoriously unreliable, both in the switch and in the motor. So we're going to have our work cut out for us here, troubleshooting. Otherwise, he is pretty smashed up. He's a workshop Henry, so no cares are given. We have a filter. It is intact, and we don't have a bag. I don't think we're going to worry about that too much. Underneath is all there. Is all there. I can't see anything too destructive happening on that. So yeah, we are going in completely blind. Let's just check that the cable hasn't got a big burnt hole in it, because there we go. Stay on. Yeah, the cable could be ruined. Let's check that. No, the flex is fine. So let's just confirm that it is dead. Yeah, nothing there at all. Also get my multimeter out, because it is time to start troubleshooting. We shall wind the cable in, and it's obviously been wound in quite a while because it's all cleaning and messing itself up together. Come on, because it's easier to do this with the cable wound up, and that is to undo the 4 outer screws, and we shall lift the top off and see. Right, lid is off. Oh, blimey, lots of cobwebs. So that's our switch cap there. Then we shall take out the cord reel. Oh, blimey, yeah, he has been used a lot for sawdust. Wonder if this is going to be an omen. But under there seems fine. Yeah, look, you can tell it's just been sat covered in cobwebs. We need to go deeper indeed, and that involves taking out these 3 centre screws here. Oh, he says, with the tops now wobbling around. There we go. We're going to have to disturb this little, where is it? Where's the back of this machine? This little rod here, which is for the switch. And it does sound like it's clicking okay, so I'm almost tempted to say it might not be the switch. Why is the motor coming with us? Just stay there, boy. Right. We have our internals. One motor in our Henry, and I mean, it's, yeah, no, it seems okay. It's not okay. Something catastrophically bad has happened, but I don't quite know why. The carbons are at a very funny angle, and they're not contacting the machine. They're not even plugged in. What the? Look. Carbon isn't plugged in on either side, and look, they're not supposed to be at that angle. And if I just turn on my little light, look, they're not even touching the comm. What the heck? I mean, it turns very well, but why has this been taken apart, and why has somebody messed up with the carbons? I mean, it's a mint condition motor either way. Look, a UDS that may not have burnt out. I mean, isn't that just amazing? But we're going to have to yeah, the carbons are just not plugged in at all, and they're not even, they're mint. How bizarre. So is it going to be as simple as I just need to get this back in and plug that back in? Maybe somebody tried to fit new brushes, because the problem is you have to try and bend this tab further back on itself so it catches into the little spade terminal and then pushes down into there, and that is now fitted and it's now flush. Where's it? That side. That side still looks terrible. It's now flush with the con, so that all it is, but in there doesn't look terrible. I was almost expecting it to be full of sawdust and like there was a hole in there, but no, all is fine. Let us check the switch. As you can see, the switch puts both the live and the neutral through it. They arc like crazy, so that's going to be fun, isn't it? Okay, but then again, is it on? Ah. And then click. Yeah, no, switch works absolutely fine. I'm almost tempted to say this might work absolutely fine. I'm going to get the other carbon brush done and get this back together, because yeah, under there doesn't look bad. I wonder what's happened. Why has somebody moved the carbon brushes? That is very strange indeed. But yeah, we shall come back when the motor is together and see if it runs. We are nearly there with getting the lid on. I have given it all a good wipe down. But being a push button Henry, there is a bit of added faff to getting these on. The way I do it is I sit the cap into there so it's sort of held in place by its little nub, and then hold it like so. Then you can, that should stay in place now. You can come around and focus more, if I can even get the thing lined up. Come on, put it into place. Because you're then going to hold that, then slot this in, and then it drops down. That's upside down. Flip it around. There we go. Then the switch will hold, that will hold. We can flip him back into his base, bring him over, and do up here. I'll just like that. You know what? Like so. 3 and 4. Then we're going to flop him over, stick him back in here. I'm going to guess that that's now on. Have we just fixed him? No, we haven't. Why is he not fixed? Very strange, isn't it? We're going to check the fuse in the plug, just in case. I mean, it doesn't look like it blew up or went bang, does it? No, that is fine. Okay, more troubleshooting. Well, that's annoying. I was testing the cable and I hadn't even put the probe on the lid. And look, 2 of the tabs for the, whatever side this is, were already broken. They were flattened. So I'm wondering if that could be the smoking gun. I almost trust the motor. I don't have an easy way to test it. I'm going to have to go into the shed and I'm fairly hopeful that I've got a second lid. So I'm going to have to find that, and then we shall come back and, well, see if it works, and if it doesn't, we're back to where we were. Gosh, that's annoying. Don't recommend this from the heart of my soul. But what I've got, and that's not actually under there as well as I'd like, is a random spare flex. And if I wedge the neutral under that side and the live under this side, I just want to test this motor really, because if the motor is knackered, then I don't care to do the other bit. So, right, that didn't just turn on. I just want to, obviously the switch could have been off. No. So, yes, that's broken, fine, but this is a working flex. It came from a working vacuum cleaner, so oh my goodness, no, I do have some more troubleshooting to do at least. Maybe the motor is just broken. They are notoriously unreliable. After all, maybe we are just being done by a UDS, and that's all there is to it. Or, oh, is it going to be that simple? Have I just... That wasn't plugged in. Oh, yeah. Thing spins mint. Oh, was it just as simple as I stupidly ripped out the spade terminal as I popped it back down? Please be that simple. I would be ever so happy if it was. Let me come back when we are back in Bodge test mode. Will we be second time lucky? Okay. No. With our UDS motor somehow deciding it doesn't want to live, and to do a UDS we need to turn our mind to what random motor we are going to bodge into this machine. And then we're going to toss up between this Vax Air 700 watt motor or this mystery unknown voltage motor. I don't even know where it came from or what it was from anymore, but it fits surprisingly well. We need to plug the motor terminals into here. I mean, this could be utterly pathetic, and we do then turn straight back around and fit that one. Oh, this spade terminal is going a bit loose though, that's a shame. We'll just find some sort of appropriate squeezing device. I wonder if this is going to snap on us. Can you just crimp on there? Can you just slide on? There we go. And then with the top mount upside down and in there, this does just sit quite nicely and at about the right height as well, which is very good indeed. So if I can just, oh no, you are moving around a little bit. I'm hoping that I can just leave that there, take this, flip it over and pop it on. Oh yeah, no, why are you moving? You have been sat in that lid perfectly fine for the last half an hour. Don't you start to move. Ooh. And I don't feel a wobble. I think it is clamping itself down. I don't trust it from that little test on video though. So I'm going to just do this properly and then come back when we're ready to try it again. Okay, one more attempt before we give up proper. We have a random unknown motor in it. Oh, that sounds horrible. Does it actually have any airflow? Oh no, it smells. Oh no, it smells awful. Oh wow, that's a bit of a shame. It's not fitting properly anyway, because it's not sealed to the bottom of there. And yeah, I don't know really. I can smell something. I don't know if it's just because it's not been running ages. Nah, maybe we'll try the Vax Air motor. Right, we are Vax aired up. I only had to cut some of the original mount apart. It was actually a much easier fit than that other one ever would be. Well, I say that. Let's see if it works. Oh, it sounds horrible. Wow. Yep, that's a Vax Air, okay. No, that's no good, and that's not, again, that's not sealing properly down here. Oh my goodness, why is this so difficult to find a motor that fits a Henry? There isn't a Henry motor. I'll be quoting there for an actual new motor soon, because it'll be cheaper than all of my messing around. Right, what other motors do I have? What a meandering video this is becoming. So, he has his Vax Air motor in him. I have found in the shed a better contact on the lid. That side snapped off on me, that side seems fine, and I'm going to leave it like that, and we're not going to touch that until it is ready to go back on the machine. But last night I did some poking around with this motor because, oh, it just looks so clean. Not that you can see in that angle. It just looks so clean. It spins almost too well. But then I realised that I think it's this one. There is no continuity between this carbon holder and the rest of the motor. And you're not going to see because it's very dark. But the wire has snapped on there. So, oh my goodness, could it be as simple as we need to just do a good old-fashioned motor strip down? We're going to take our screwdriver and our hammer and just tap off the fan case of this motor, and here comes all of the rubbish that caused it to go in the first place. Yeah, a lot of you are going to want to see this come apart. A lot of you were probably wondering, like me, why it broke in the first place. We might be about to find out. Right, I'm going to get my cloth ready. I need my sockets and my adapter and the impact wrench. Yes. Oh, blimey, I'm starting to miss a load of sockets. Wow, first time. Marvellous. Clickety click, click, click. I think you're on backwards. You always use backwards. Please always use a cloth, because if this slips, it will slice your fingers badly. There we go. Oh, yeah, there's tons of horribleness coming out of here. Oh, are you going to come off? Yeah. So, I'm going to lay everything out over here in the order that it needs to go back in. Marvellous. Then you. Then there's going to be you. My thing broke. My cheap Howdy impact, which has been very good. The light just doesn't go off. So, let's take the batteries out. Oh, then we have some screws to undo. How exciting. There we go. Oh, now we have some more screws to undo. Oh, these are very tight. I mean, these motors have a very bad reputation, and it is somewhat deserved. The carbon brush is seized into place. They don't like being hot a lot. I mean, I say this one's, in theory, blown its coil wire off of its brush holder. Don't know yet for sure. Yeah. They get worse than that. Come on. And we're using the soft part of my hammer so I don't smash up the spindle on the motor. Yeah. Ooh, that spins so well. Right. We need to try and tap out now. This would be a lot easier if I did own like a vice and a table to do these things on. Again, it shouldn't need much. There we go. And there we have. Yeah, look, it's mint. No UDS has the right to be that mint. They're all just destroyed. That over there, that over there. Because what we now need to do, and oh my goodness, this is going to be ever so annoying, is take out this coil. Problem is, this coil has little metal tabs stamped into its housing, so I'm going to probably have to do all this off camera and to spend ages with probably a better screwdriver hammering those out so that I can withdraw the coil. And eventually you will get it tapped out enough that the coil will remove from the housing, and I'm now frantically checking that I haven't broken it anymore, and it seems okay. So it's on this side. Look, you can see it now. That little bit of wire here that isn't connected to anything, that is our issue, really. What I'm hoping I can do is almost tease it out of... Oh, the problem is it's all on the back of the coil, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. So I don't think I can just unwind a thing of it and do anything about it. I think I'm going to have to solder just a little tiny jump lead from it to the back of that coil holder, and that might fix it. Some quite ugly soldering later with just a little bit of link wire going into the back of that carbon housing. We should now, hopefully, yay! Continuity that side. We already had continuity that side. So, this might be it. This could be fixed. I'm also thinking, because again, this just keeps shedding big chunks of dust. I reckon this is just so full of crud. Yeah, look. I think this is just so full of garbage and horribleness that it's thrown the whole motor off balance, vibrated the heck out of it, and snapped that carbon brush. So we are going to clean the fan. I'm also going, because, you know, we have it out, look. We're going to oil these bearings, or grease them actually, pop some bearing grease in them. Now I'm going to get the whole machine back together. I'm going to undo our motor bodge, which should be doable. We will come back when Henry is back together with this motor in him, and we'll see if it works. Otherwise I'm going to redo my whole bodge again. Well, I was ideally hoping to not be set up like this, but this is what we have to do. Annoyingly, these two parts here are different. You can I can sort of see it now. This bit is like a completely different inner shape. So it is going to need a part finder for it. So we've got to test the motor, now that I hope it's fixed, so that I can then message the lady and tell her that, hey, I've got the machine running, everything's good. However, it's going to need a little bit of money spent on those cord reel contacts. So we are dodgily wired up once more. Does our UDS motor run? Or is the switch off? It doesn't run. Gosh darn it. Hopefully it's as simple as I haven't plugged the carbon brush back in properly. Again, I don't like these. Will it be 7th time lucky? Of course not. No. Oh dear. So it is broken then. It has done a UDS, because the carbons definitely have continuity now. I tested. So the fact that it's not working means that it's going to be something else. So, oh my goodness, I've now got to put all of this bodge back together, and then I'll message her and tell her that she needs that part. And then hopefully I can come back with an assembled machine and we can say goodbye to it. Stupid UDS thing. It's a couple of days later in my world, and side mission number 3 has arrived. Some new cord reel contacts. Again, this is the wrong style of lid, and it's broken as well. So with these, you have to be a little bit violent, and you pretty much want to rip this off. You see, we just torn the top off of there. You should then be able to just push it through like so, and there is the old cord reel contacts removed. We shall do it again. Look, you take it, you usually get your pliers underneath it, rip it up, tap it through. Marvellous. Then I'm just going to clean up this dried on horrible old grease, because why not? You don't need to do this at all, but we are going to. Then we shall take our new bits and bobs, and these effectively just nut and bolting together. There's not really a whole lot to this. It's probably going to be quite fiddly to show, but we shall take, I don't even know which way round it goes with the washer now. I'd imagine that I'm going to put the washer on the top. So washer, little bolt, and that can go through there, and obviously they should line back up on there. Oh, then we can flip it round. We'll stick one of these on there, like so. Then we'll take one of these little nuts and stick that into place. You know what, I'm actually now going to change all of that, because what I want to do is have all of the length and the bolt up on the top, so I'm actually going to do bolt at the bottom, because then the little bolt won't be dangling around by all the wires. So you get the idea. We're going to pop this into place, and when we're done, we should have something that's a little bit like this, with the nuts and the bolts and everything through. There's our contacts, all ready to do another couple of years of service. Annoyingly, these are mildly differently moulded to the original, so they're not quite clamping down in place, but some good old torque with the screwdriver will fix that. I just need to swap this cable round onto this reel, which puts the original one back on the machine. And you know, those contacty things, they're a lot easier if you flip them around and put the little round bit by where the terminal for the wires go. Yes, I did realise that. Yes, I had to take it apart again. But now, oh, doesn't that sound lovely? We have ourselves a cord rewind. So that means that I can now put all of this back together, finally. And we can fully test our motor bodge with the machine properly assembled. Here we go then. We can take our bucket. I haven't cleaned it. I'm not quite sure I can be bothered to. I don't know. I know you'll like to see it, won't you? Those of you who watch my videos for the Henrys. So there we go. Look, we shall give him a wipe down and say we tried without you. Let's get all that mud off him. That'll make him look a bit better. Fantastic. Inside the bin, well, it was quite empty anyway. I gave it a quick vacuum out. And then, well, we're going to bang a bag in, because, you know, it's a Henry size. I like to have every Henry leave us with a bang. The filter has actually been washed. I had a nice big bowl of hot soapy water for the Dyson filters. So I chucked this in it as well. And yeah, it's come up pretty well. I think that's going to help it, because, you know, we're about to put a motor on. It isn't quite as powerful as it should be. So, oh, let you start being all stiff and strong, and you just need to bed back in. Maybe I'll clamp the lid down a bit too tight, or the cord reel needs tweaking again. I don't know. It seems to be catching, almost. I don't know. We'll worry about that later. That shouldn't stop it from running. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I mean, he sounds horrible, but, you know, I cannot deny that he has some really quite decent airflow. Let me just fetch his hands, look, and we'll put this back on. There we are. Oh yeah! Oh. Wow! That's actually not bad. Ooh, I mean, I wasn't too sure on the whole Vax Air motor thing. That was mainly a bodge done because that was all I had. But that's not bad. Not bad at all. I would almost recommend that in a pinch, although it's probably not quite as good as a nice Dyson motor bodge. But this Henry, well, he was a 2004 UDS. He is now a 2004 Vax Air, ready to go back to probably a lifetime of hell in a workshop. So, yeah, there we go, really. Another successful motor bodge done. What's been your dodgiest motor bodge, if you've ever done one? Do let me know in the comments down below. But until the next time, I am some other Henry. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.